So you have 3 daughters and all 3 really different?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And it's been really interesting for me, particularly as we've lived and moved around the world, to recognise that, every one of our children is completely different and you've got to have different strategies for each of those kids. And what works for one is not going to work for the other. And that was really apparent to us between the first and the second, which are only 14 months apart. And then our third, who's 7 years later, another completely different child. And you think you've got all these strategies that work and then suddenly you try one and it doesn't and you go, oh, okay. That's why it's really great talking to other parents and hearing what they've got to say. And certainly as we've lived around the world, it's been great to recognise difference and recognise diversity and think about lots of different strategies and having lots of things to be able to help you.
We're a pretty diverse group here, but I don't think any of us has lived in as many places as you. Do you even know how many?
No, I don't actually count it.
But I suspect you have worked with people from 100 different cultures, and as a teacher and as a principal and
absolutely.
as a dad.
And I think having worked in education around the world, it really does open up your thinking about families and about how we work in different ways. And just the different cultures where, in some parts of the world, children start really, really late because the family meal will be, at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. That's a real family focused time. Whereas, when in Australia, where I'm from, it's more of a routine. Dinner is at a certain time because you want the children to have a good night's sleep and be in bed. And so you tend to sort of rush sometimes through those things. And it was really interesting in South America to take a bit of time to think, well, would it kill us or kill our children if they stayed up past 8 o'clock? We had some time to talk to them about different bits and pieces.
It's a big change.
Yeah, it is. And as parents, we also need our own time. And I think it's really important to remember you've got to support your partner, the person that you're co-parenting with. It's okay for one of you to say, hey, I need some time out, or I can't deal with this right now, and for the other person to step up. We're in this together, and I think that's really important.
And a lot of different configurations of what it is to be parents.
Absolutely.
Some of us are together and some of us are alone and some of us are 5 of us and some of us it's but somehow finding that support is really key.
Yeah, very important.
And staying in that learning mode ourselves, so these skills are things that can help us make those adaptations and navigate that.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to remember, we are all lifelong learners. You never stop being a parent. There are some of you here who have older children, and I don't suppose you've gone, done that, cross it off the list. We're always a parent, and I think it's important to be able to keep opening our mind to thinking about different ways of dealing with different situations to try to be the very best parent we can be.